Good evening, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm going to give a few minutes for some people to join in, and then I'm going to tell you guys what we're going to be doing tonight. Excuse me. Great night. It's going to be a fun night, I think. I already got stuff set up a little bit before I got on. Last time, I got on early, but then it was kind of running behind because it was slower to kind of keep up with the comments and still be able to do stuff with people. I'm going to explain what the prize is going to be tonight. Going to explain what the prize is going to be next month. And actually, we've already given out a really cool ounce of silver so far this month. So then we had some extra stuff that was donated, and I was waiting before I actually said what we were going to do so I could talk to the people that donated them. And so got some cool stuff that we're going to give out tonight, and there's some people that donated some really cool stuff for next month that I will show that later on once the new month starts. So that's going to be a lot of fun too. I'm kind of just setting up the stream, the parameters real quick right now for some YouTube stuff real quick. Save. I'll be honest with you, it's just monetizing the video. Usually when you put up a video, it automatically gets monetized. But if you do a live stream, I've done so many live streams and I've never monetized them. Monetize just means they put up commercials here and there, I guess. I don't know how often a commercial comes up, but obviously the commercials help pay for the shipping. The revenue from the commercial help pay shipping. It helps, it's a small amount, but I don't care. Pennies add up. And if enough people watch it, some of the channels, they've got millions of people watching, and I can only imagine if a handful of people that watch this, we might get 35, 40 people on here and it adds up to $1. I mean, it's still $1, but can you imagine a channel that's got 1 million people watching? How awesome that would be. So it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. I'm going to start talking a little bit when we get a couple people on, and then I will say what we're doing for prizes tonight. We are going to be giving away 2 Morgan dollars tonight, 2 silver quarters, 2 silver dimes, and 1 walking liberty. So I actually talked to Dave in a comment. He said, whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. I'm actually going to put these 2 Benjamin Franklins aside for next month, so we have extra prizes next month too, even though we've got a bunch of stuff already set aside for next month. But that still comes out to 4 prizes this month with only, less than 90 members. That's a really good, I'll say it's a good deal. For people that are not members, it blows my mind. I actually talked to a bunch of my friends this week and I was like, hey, get a membership, dude. It's $2. Cough up $2, get a membership and have a shot at winning. You're talking 1 in 22.5. That's your odds of winning for a $2 membership. And every member becomes eligible. Out of all the friends that I talked to, I could not believe only one guy did it. I was like, unbelievable. Because I think the odds are really good. I'll be honest. Whenever I can get in on something with that low of odds, that pretty good to me. That was 1 in 30 essentially, but you also got to factor in that it's 1 in 30 tonight. We ended up giving a... Oh, shoot. Did I already type them in? I got to fix that, actually, that wheel, now that I'm thinking about it. I just got thinking of something. So real quick, before I fix the wheel, let's jump over real quick so you guys can see what I'm doing. We got John in the room. We got Donald in the room. We got Reluctant Stacker. Reluctant Stacker actually was the one that donated this prize right here. So thank you so much, Reluctant Stacker, for donating that 1 ounce Silver Eagle. And then Dave had donated all this stuff right here. But like I said, I talked to him. We're pulling these 2 aside. These 2 will go up next month, along with some other stuff that people donated next month. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got Jack in the room. How's it going, Jack? Hope you're having a great night. We got Pete in the room. I like to wait until we get a few people in the room. That way everybody knows. Dave, how's it going, Dave? Dave, thank you so much for your awesome donation. I can't thank you enough, buddy. I think people are going to like it. Like I had left you the comment, I was actually going back to look in the comments to verify, and then I pulled up the email, and then I saw the email that said that you saw the comment and said whatever you want to do. So we got GE Text. How's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. He was one of our winners not too long ago, actually. He got, I think it was a spider that he won, too. And I'm guessing you loved your spider, so that was pretty cool. Personally, the Morgan Dollars I think are awesome. I think the Morgan Dollars are great. I think the Silver Eagles are great. Some really good prizes. Let's see. I'm reward and will believe shortly. And will believe shortly. Rewound, reward, and will believe shortly. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Unless you mean the odds are really good and you'll believe that shortly when you're the winner. John, how's it going? John, and I think John has, I believe you have a temporary membership on the wheel. I'll take a look. That's something, yours will end tonight after tonight's event. I don't know if I'll keep doing the temporary memberships. I might. It's something I had a couple questions on. A couple people said that, you know, it was cool. If anybody wants to get in tonight and they're not a member and they want to be on the wheel, it is only a $2 super chat, but it will not carry into next month. It's only for tonight's event. So if you do a $2 super chat and you're not a member, you will get an extra entry on. You will get an entry on the wheel. Let's see here. So that goes for. I see we got a couple other people and 3 prizes. That's pretty awesome. The odds are really low. Like I said, for the month, it was actually 1 in 22.5. The odds of winning for $2. Tonight, the odds are 1 in 30 because there's actually 89 right now. I'm figuring someone will probably become a member before we do it. That's why I kind of said 9, but maybe 9:30 we'd have the event. That way, if anybody wants to become a member, they can, or if they just want to get in with a $2 super chat. Because a membership is usually $1.99, a super chat is $1.99. Someone pointed out that YouTube takes the same commission both ways, and so I was like, okay, that's cool then. Let's see here. Kind of reading through the comments. Yes, attempt. Yeah, I had you on there as attempt. I just wanted you to know that it did end tonight. It ends after tonight. Let's see. All you sexy coin lovers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see. Silver Clan. Okay, Raleigh. Hello, guys. How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. We got Tom in the room. How's it going, Tom? Hope you're having a great night. Out of curiosity, Tom, are you in Maine? Just curious if you are in Maine. We got TJ. How's it going, TJ? Hope you're having a great night. When we going to see $40 silver? Let's see here. Let's look at the charts real quick, and then we'll make that call. I still think we could see it by the end of the year. So what's happening with silver? Silver dipping right now. What's happening with gold? Hold on here. So silver dipping right. Oh my gosh, it's dipping 40 cents. I just put a huge order in on Friday too. That's all right. I'm not stressing it. The lower it goes, the more. I mean, I may be putting in big orders tomorrow if the price dips. If we see this go under 32, I'm going to be putting in some more orders from different vendors that I talk to, different places, because that's getting down there. But who knows? We'll see what happens. We got gold trading at 32.70. Really, I think the only reason silver's dipping right now is because gold's down 1.5%, taking a big hit. A lot of people worried what's going on with Trump. But here's the thing. The Fed meeting is on the 6th and the 7th. What do you think they're going to do? I mean, the Fed, they're going to prop up the dollar, and that's going to have a big impact. What's Bitcoin doing? Yeah, Bitcoin taking a hit hard too. Everything going down. I'm curious to see how things are going to play out tomorrow in the markets. Let's see. Checking the call. Oh, Tom, you are in Maine. And now you got me wondering if you happen to be a coin store person. If maybe you work at a coin store, own a coin store. I'm wondering, just because you said you are. And I recognize Tom, so that's why I was like, but I was kind of throwing a wild guess out there. I'm wondering if it's the awesome coin store that lately I've been dealing with that I love. Taking a quick look at the comments real quick. Oh, so someone had asked, when are we going to see $40 silver? I still think it's possible to see $40 silver by the end of the year. But who knows? That's a possibility. You know, some people think, hey, we'll never see it. Some people think we could never see silver go up because of the manipulation. We know the manipulation exists, but here's the thing. It's getting harder and harder to manipulate the price of silver. They can only manipulate it so long. At a certain point, the manipulation will break down. The supply has been on like a 6-year deficit. And a lot of people just are starting to feel it. They're seeing gold go up and they're feeling upset that silver's not going up. Here's the thing. Gold went up really fast, really high and really fast. We're seeing the pullback right now happen. I believe these volatility that we're seeing is just temporary. Yeah, that's how people acquire more. You push out the paper silver, you flood the market with paper silver. Likely not. I'm in Canada. Okay, I'm just wondering. Let's see. So you literally have a lot of paper silver hitting the markets. As that paper hits the market, it plunges the price down lower and lower. Eventually, it's going to run out. They're only going to be able to, because you think about it. Anything you buy today, what are you going to do when they market half price? You're going to buy more. Whether it's your pair of Nikes that you like and all of a sudden they're running half price, 2 for the price of 1, people go and buy. They run Black Friday sales, people go and buy. That's exactly what they're doing right now with the manipulation of silver. Now, I will say, with the economy kind of in shambles right now, that does hurt the demand for silver a little bit. But the lower it goes, people are still going to have to buy it. People still want it. They're still going to need it. And so I think it's just a matter of time. I'm in it for the long run. I think silver is a great opportunity. We're going to take a look at the wheel real quick for people that are maybe new to the channel and don't really know what we're doing and want to check it out. So if you are new to the channel, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already been subscribed. We do videos every day of the week, always putting out silver videos. We also do prepping videos, homesteading videos, ranching videos, just a lot of different videos on different topics. And it all does come back to quality of life. And someone asked me one day, you just jump around with your videos. Why? And I said, it's about quality of life. I hate to say this, the world does revolve around money. Quality of life is how you protect your money, how you make your money, how you spend your money, what you do with your money. And homesteading, farming, if all of a sudden they have some crazy thing and there's no food on the shelves, that's where prepping comes in. Do you still want to be able to eat? I have people leave me comments all the time. It drives me nuts when I get them, but I always laugh in a way because, comments do hype the channel. But you know how people say you can't eat gold and you can't eat silver. Well, you know what? You can't eat pew-pews. You can't eat U.S. dollars. You can't eat Canadian loons, but yet you save them in a bank. And the truth of the matter is fiat currency is getting debased every day. And a lot of people understand that, and a lot of people just don't. And the people that understand that, they're way ahead of everybody else. They're the ones that are buying gold and silver right now when nobody wants it. Then there's people that don't understand it, and they're overworked trying to make ends meet because essentially money, credit, has gotten them into trouble. And as the credit has gotten them into trouble, then all of a sudden, you're just so far in debt. You're paying huge amounts of interest, and there's almost no way out. And when you're in that position, you need to figure something out. You can't just, you got to take some time to think about what's really going on. And then there's a handful of people, a good group of people that are starting to look into it now. When people start moving into precious metals, that's it. There's no telling what the price could go to. It doesn't matter if they want to say that the price is $20 an ounce for silver. If everybody starts buying it, then what happens? The price, the spot price is controlled by paper essentially. If everybody starts buying it, there's no guarantee the spot price has to go up. But when coin shops are getting less and less inventory, or when businesses are getting less and less inventory, what do you think is going to happen? Eventually, they're going to start charging higher premiums. If they're getting a lot of stuff getting sold in because people are discouraged about it, the premiums are not going to be high. They're going to lower the premiums a little bit because they're getting so much in. At the end of the day, they just want to make a profit. If someone comes into your store, you have a coin store, someone comes in and, oh, hey, I'm going to sell you, 100,000 ounces of silver, hypothetically. Well, now they're sitting on a lot of silver. Maybe they bought it. because they understand if each one of those ounces, if they hurry up and blow it out for $1 a piece, or a buck and over spot, they still make a profit. And if someone's selling a lot of silver to a coin shop, I can tell you that the coin shop's probably going to do the same thing I would do. Say, you know what? I don't need that much. If I take it all, I can give you spot because you've got a lot, but I can take it all for you. And then all of a sudden, that person now is trying to figure a way to generate that money back. So he's pushing them as quick as he can for $1 of a spot, and he's making a profit. And that's kind of how the coin shops operate. That's how they run. That's how they make their money. Are there coin shops out there that are crooks? Of course. There's always going to be crooks in every industry. I mean, there's some honest car salesmen, and then there's some crook car salesmen. There's some honest lawyers, and there's some crook lawyers. And the crooks, you'll know. If you're seeing no silver in a store, or a store has very little inventory, and then you're trying to sell them stuff, and they tell you no one's buying right now at all. Well, clearly, if you ain't got that much inventory, then clearly people are buying. And the opposite can be said if you're buying silver and they tell you, oh, it's getting wiped out, but then they've got tons of silver there. One of the big things that I see that drives me nuts I'm going to say resale shops, pawn shops, they tell you nobody buys silver. Nobody's buying it right now. Nobody wants it. But then when you look at the price of the ounce, they're asking $50 for an ounce of silver. Where do you come up with that number? Of course no one's buying it because they can go online and pick it up for, $40 an ounce, $38 an ounce, $36 an ounce, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of different prices out there on silver. You have to be mindful to be shopping around. But tonight, members have an opportunity to pick up a bunch of free silver. Someone is going to be a winner. Right now, we are looking at for tonight, and if you want to become a member right now, you can. You can hit that join button below. It's only $1.99 to join and become a member. If you do a super chat, a $2 super chat, you will be put on this list, but it will be gone. Your name will be gone at the end of the month, but it still makes you eligible tonight. Right now, we have 88 people. 3 of them took the $2 super chats to become the member for 1 month, and the rest of them are members permanently, because usually when people become a member on the channel, they think it's well worth it. It's only $1.99 to become a member. If you don't have the capability of hitting the join button and you still want to, you can do the $2 super chat. With 88 people as of now on the wheel, your odds are pretty good. The people that actually, I guess technically there will be a little bit more, because I am going to be adding for the Obsessed members. They get 3 entries. The super members, they get 2 entries. So those will be added here in a couple minutes just before we get started. But still, I think the odds are really good for what's there. So I'm going to give it a few minutes for you guys to kind of talk a little bit amongst yourself while I do this. Please do not hesitate. If you have a question, you can ask it. I might be a little bit behind answering it. Do not think that I'm ignoring it. I can't read the chats at this moment. I will be talking a lot once I start spinning the wheel. I always like to give people a little bit of time to join if they decide they want to join. I don't do, sponsorships, I guess you can say. So I'm not like some of these other channels that gets kickbacks from coin shops or stuff like that. I don't get paid to endorse anybody. If you have a coin shop or someone has a coin shop and I'm doing business with you, that's because I recognize you got some awesome deals. Your place is head and shoulders above the rest, and therefore I want my subscribers to go there because I want them to essentially save money. I want them to get the most silver they can for their dollar. And does that mean it won't change down the road? Maybe. I may pick someone different, another coin shop. If all of a sudden I find a coin shop that they're doing way better deals. Right now, I've been picking up a lot of stuff from Twin City Gold in Biddeford. You can find them on the internet. I think they're a great company to work with. That's one of the main ones that I'm working with right now. However, there's a few others that I have been working with for a while, but I'll be honest. Nothing head and shoulders above the rest. Even really no need to even mention them, because I'm like, okay, they're an average place. It's not like they're above and beyond in any area of expertise. I just happen to like them because their prices seem fair. But I generally want to direct people to a place that they're going to get the best deals. Now, like I always say, I'm not telling people what to do. If you want to buy silver, great. I think you're making a wise decision for yourself, for your family. If you are thinking he's trying to solicit us or whatever, that ain't the case. I really don't care when people buy or they don't buy. In fact, if you don't buy silver, hey, I had someone comment the other night, it's better for the rest of us. I get a kick out of that. Ultimately, I will say, yes, that's true. However, I will also say that if you have a group of people like me, I have a group of people that are around me that I deal with, that I help buy silver. How strong do you think that group is going to be if stuff does, like the dollar, collapse? That group is going to be a strong group of people. Some of these people are business owners. Some of them are fishing guides. Some of them own their own ranches. They do hunting. They have beef. And these are people that will kind of come in handy if things did break down. Now, that doesn't mean, I had someone ask me, does that mean you're only helping them because of what you can get? No, that's not what that means. Because I'm a firm believer in essentially kind of promoting people to work with each other. The more you work with each other, the better group you have, the stronger group you have, the better the odds. So one thing I do want to mention, it actually came up in the last video, the last big giveaway. Can a person win twice if they have extra entries? I haven't really decided how to answer that yet. I've kind of been on the fence on what I wanted to do on that because they do have extra entries. However, part of me says no. So it has not happened yet. It has came close a couple of times. They are paying more for those extra entries, so I've kind of leaned on yes. And their entries can get canceled out just as quick as someone that has one entry. And I don't mean paying. They're not really paying, but there has to be an advantage. So I want people to understand that if you see two names come up at the end, especially on a night like tonight, it does make a difference because there's 3 prizes. But you got to understand the people with multiple entries, they're either a higher level fan. This one has a question mark beside it because it's actually in transition right now with YouTube. So this is a person that joined as a super member. Their name is already up there. However, the updated list that comes in every morning essentially is not, the name is not on there yet. So that's why I'm like, well, it shows that he joined, but I don't see the name on the list this morning. But it could be because he joined today after that. But I expect that it will probably just take a day. There we go. Make sure I didn't mess anything up. Oh, I did mess something up right there. And I'll explain what I'm doing real quick here in a minute. So, special thank you to all of our members. And I'll tell you what these mean. If someone has the little wow face, that's because they have the $9.99 a month membership. They have 3 entries. If they have the super next to their names, that means that they have 2 entries because they are a super fan. They're paying $4.99 a month for their membership. And if they just have the number next to their name with nothing extra, then that is because it's a regular fan at $1.99 level. In fact, I can't even think, I hate to say it. Well, no, I take that back. 2 of our members did win that were the higher ups. So it does happen. But usually it's one of a regular fan members. And if they have a flame next to their name, it means that their membership did run out. And I want them to be aware of that. So that's why it is like that. Like I said, 105 people on the wheel today. If I did that right, let's make sure. Yep, I did that right. 105 people in all. 3 prizes. I guess your odds are 1 in 33. I didn't hear anybody charm in. We're going to basically start this wheel at 99 in about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm going to take a few minutes and read through the comments. I'm just kind of trying to set everything up. How do you do that? How do they do that? What do they do here? I don't know how they do it. Minimize? Oh, I hope that didn't go away. Okay, it didn't go away. There was a way that I could kind of shrink it just a little bit. But I don't know how to do it now. Darn it. I don't know how they shrink it. They shrink it somehow. I wonder if I hit that, what that does. Nope. How did I do it last time? Oh, I do know I did it. Okay. Like that. Minimize. There we go. That's how I did it. So you guys should be able to see what I'm looking at. I'm trying to figure out how I get to read the comments and then people still get to see the wheel. Because it came up last time. People, you know, obviously people like me to read the comments. Okay. So let me take a quick minute. If you do become a member right now, it will give you a star next to your name, but it will blast a big screen right here off to the side. I'm going to take a look at the comments real quick, reading through them. Let's see here. Please take a quick minute, hit the thumbs up button, help me out. I'm going to move these over. I already explained that. And these will be our prizes this evening. Third place will pick last, even though it will get knocked off first. First place will have first pick. It will be the last name on the wheel. The second to last name on the wheel will pick second. I say that because some people would rather have the Eagle, and some people would rather have the Morgan and the quarter, and some people might even be specific about which Morgan they want if you're a coin collector. I personally, I'm about silver. I just want ounces. So it doesn't really matter to me. I wouldn't even know which year is better. One of you guys might know that if you're a coin collector. But then again, I don't know if you'd want to say that in the chat because all of a sudden someone might pick it and then you might pick after and boom. Okay, let's take a look. We got the cat on. How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. Oh, man. Gas station magic mushrooms are strong. Hey, what's up, people? How's it going, the cat? Chris, how's it going? Hope you're having a great night. Wheel, nice. Are you hosting a giveaway event tonight? Yes, I am. It is for members, but it's only $1.99 to join. We're going to give it away right now. We've already given away. This is going to basically make 4 ounces of silver this month. There's only 89 members right now. It's at $1.99 a month. You have pretty good odds, I think, if you want to become a member for $1.99 a month. And you're going to find out tonight if you're a winner. It is a free event for our members that we do every single month. We give away some really cool prizes. This month, we already did what I had put up. The 1 ounce, I put up a 1 ounce spider. We already gave that away last weekend. And this weekend, we're giving away a silver eagle and for one person. And then we're giving away a Morgan dollar, a silver quarter, and a Mercury dime to 2 different people. So there will be 3 winners this evening. Top place gets first pick, second place. Originally, I had put it in my own order. And then someone's like, dude, you got to let them pick. And so I said, okay. So, yeah, that's the deal with that. Nah. You can eat all of them. I ate a penny before. Nice. Um, let's see. Penny Scott. Let's see. Just planted 52 potato plants. Nice. I've never had good luck with potatoes, but I'm in the South, and I think maybe in Texas it's just too hot. Although I do know one girl that she grows sweet potatoes in plants that hang down over her. I guess you call it like a a brick wall that goes around her property. And she did really well. And I think someone just became a member. TJ, thank you so much for becoming a member. We're going to make sure your name is on that wheel here in just a couple minutes. Let's see. Interested in seeing the market this week. Hopefully we see it dip. So we're seeing it dip hard right now, and that's a good thing, I think. I'm looking for more buys. I'm looking for another opportunity. I don't like to have too many packages from the same vendor floating out there. It always does worry me a little bit, so that's the deal with that. Let's see. Interested in seeing the markets this week. Let's see. And if you're watching this video right now, you could be delayed. So that means take a quick minute and check the lower corner, the lower left-hand corner on your screen. If you see a red dot on there, hit that red dot, get up to date, because some of y'all are just joining now, and we're already 10, 15 minutes into the video. And if you want to get on tonight, you have to have your name on before we start spinning. And we're going to start spinning as soon as I catch up to the comments and then add any new members that join. TJ just joined. Let's see here. Okay, so interesting in seeing that. You can't. Oh, see, that person, when the person said you can eat a pew-pew, but only once. Technically, yes, you can. I ain't going to lie. So that person has to be a little bit behind in the comments, I think. But then again, I don't know, because this message could have been on here for a little bit. Yeah, you're only going to do it once, I think. Although, well, I'm not even going to get into it. I was going to say, I did see a 3-star general. I didn't see it, obviously, but a 3-star general, and he was fine. He was fine after that, and he changed his outlook real quick after that. Let's see. Probably be safer eating. Let's see. 30 watching and 19 likes. Please hit that like button. Help me out. Those like buttons make it to where more people pop in. Scott McNeil, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. Hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button. It's free. Oh, is it? It is free. It's free to hit the like button. It is $1.99 to become a member. What do I need to do to enter? You just need to become a member. It's only $1.99 to become a member. If you're on an iPhone, you got to jump over to your web browser real quick. Go on the internet. Go to youtube.com. Then go to T-Square Talk, and then you will see the join button. If you're on an Android phone, then you should see the join button right below the video. And then it will ask you, if you're sure you want to become a member. It is $1.99. My local pawn shop tried to sell me a silver quarter for $15. Total ripoff. It ain't the first time I've seen that, though. I have seen some crazy stuff. I brought in a 1987 San Francisco certified mint condition Silver Eagle to see what they would offer me. You can scan the coin. It's $250. We actually gave them away here on the channel at one point. And it turned out they're offering me like $20. And I said, are you kidding me? I said, an ounce of silver is $25. Well, we got to make a little something off it. I said, do you know how to scan them? Oh, that don't mean nothing. Nobody pays that. I said, maybe they won't pay that, but they'll definitely pay more. I couldn't believe it. I said, okay, obviously you're not in business to make money. You're in business to cheat people. Yeah, we're just peasants. I'll be honest, I'm a peasant. Although I had someone call me out. They're like, oh yeah, with all your coins and stuff, you're hardly poor. I said, let me put it this way. Is coins considered money? Is gold, silver, is that considered money? No. According to the Federal Reserve, gold and silver is nothing more than barbaric relics. And therefore, that's all it is. The reason they buy it is because it is solely tradition. And therefore, that's it. I don't have no money then. Because anytime I get money, I tend to pick up deals on stuff. And in some cases, I pick up phenomenal deals, and I try to pass that off to you guys. Kind of like the spider that we just gave out earlier in the week. We've given away 3 or 4 of these, I think, now on the channel. Why? Because I picked up such a great deal on them that it only made sense to give some away to members. Someone asked me, do we do any giveaways for regular subs? Yes, we do. However, usually during milestones, not every month. The every month thing is obviously a way to kick back and to give to people. It helps the channel grow. It helps fund the channel. And really, when you think about it, if this stuff hadn't been donated this month, thank you to the Reluctant Stacker and Dave. And there have been other people that have donated that I'm just not mentioning tonight because these 2 prizes were donated by those 2 people. Next month, somebody else donated something, and so I will give them the shout out for that next month too. But yeah, we do stuff when we hit milestones for whether you're, I'm thankful for the subscribers. Subscribers is what grows the channel. I mean, the ultimate thank you can do is hit the thumbs up. And even if you just put an emoji in the morning when you watch the videos in the morning, I see probably 50 comments on a daily video, anywhere from 50 to 100 comments the first day of a video. If you watch the video in the morning and you hit the thumbs up button and you hit even something as simple as just good morning, it makes it easy to reply to it, and it helps the algorithm. The algorithm pushes your video to more people based on reactions. A thumbs up is a reaction. Unfortunately, a thumbs down is a reaction. A comment is a reaction. A new subscriber is a reaction. And the more of those items you get, whether it's positive or negative, although I usually tell people, hey, if you're going to put a negative video, hit it twice. Hit it twice to make sure that it goes through. Now, some people know what that means. If you hit the thumbs down twice, it turns it into a thumbs up or it takes it away. But not a lot of people know that, so that's why I just joke about it. It's a thing with YouTube. If you double tap the thumbs down, it takes it away. If you double tap the thumbs up, it takes it away. So you could just sit there and tap it 100 times, and then whether it's off or on, it's a toggle switch essentially in the algorithm. Enter the giveaway by being a member. Join on an Android products on iPhone. Do not use YouTube app. But instead, go to the YouTube via, I'm not sure what that is, Safari browser, I guess. Oh, Safari browser. That must be because we use Windows browser if you're on an Apple, or on an Android. You guys must use Safari browser. Thank you so much, Conrad. I appreciate that. Let's see. Wow. John, I'm not even sure how you pronounce that, and I live in Texas, but I'm not from here. Flaggerville? I don't think I pronounced it right because I don't know if the P is silent. Let's see. Hiss. That must be, that's Rick, but I think he used to go by another name when you say Hiss. I think that was Cobra. Silver Cobra? Silver Cobra! How's it going, buddy? I think that's who it was. I had to think for a second. Let's see. Ranch Gold. You can trust them. Trust me. You need middleman to pick all your coins for you. You are incapable of going to a bullion website without paying them. Yeah, there are some crooks out there. Some bullion websites are great. I had someone call me the other day and want me to start talking about them, and I'm like, I'm kind of picky on who I recommend. If I buy from you, then I don't mind recommending, especially if I buy from you. But other than that, I'm not going to recommend someone that I won't use because I think their stuff is too high already. Do I think that every company runs some awesome deals at certain times of the year? Of course. Black Friday is an awesome deal. Cyber Monday have awesome deals. It doesn't matter what company you're with. You can be with the most expensive gold and silver company out there, and essentially you're going to run good deals on those days. The truth of the matter is, I would tell people, anybody that's running a spot price deal, first-time customer, call them, put in your order, get the spot price deal. You can't go wrong with it. $1.99 a month membership for the basic level. That's okay. I know you're an obsessed member. You're all the way up there. So let's see. Rick, $39.99. Paul, you have to be in chat for the giveaway. No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to be present. No. If you're a member, you're covered. Paul, no, you do not have to be present to win. No, yeah, you do not have to be present. Obviously, help me out the next morning. You can either see who you won, but I'm going to announce it on the next day's video anyway. Although tomorrow it may be a really short video, depending on how late we go tonight. But I'm definitely going to want to do a video now, even though I said I didn't know if I was going to do one tomorrow morning. I mean, look at the price of silver plunging. I mean, obviously, I'm going to not miss that. That's a buying opportunity. Let's see. Philip Lowe, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. I know you're a super member. I upgraded you because of your $5 super chat that you gave me on one of the videos recently. So I took that $5, upgraded you from the super to the obsessed for the month. Let's see. Conrad, the cat. You are kidding, correct? Oh, hold on. I think that was kind of a typo. I think that might have been a typo, what Kat had said. But, yeah, there are a lot of crooks out there. Let's see. If shit hit the fan. Oh, I don't know if I should have said the S word, but, yep. I'm only working with people that help me help them. Well, okay, yeah. I'll be honest. If you were talking to me, if I talked to you about gold or silver, I met up with you, I hung out with you, I started chit-chatting with you, and you laughed at me because you think gold and silver is a total joke. And don't get me wrong, I've got friends that they think it's ridiculous, and that's fine. It's your prerogative. I feel bad for the people that are just overworked, underpaid, over-indebted, and they don't take the time to research what we talk about. Then those people, I'm sorry. All of a sudden, you want to reach out to me when silver goes up to $150 an ounce? Or silver has some crazy thing and it plunges to $11? No, don't waste my time in real life. Here on YouTube, if you've been watching my videos, you're going to get a hold of me anyway. But who knows? When stuff gets crazy, let's be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be doing videos. Think about it for a minute. Gold. One morning we wake up and all of a sudden in the middle of the night, China announces we are no longer sending anything to the United States. Russia jumps on board. The Middle East jumps on board. Other people that we thought were our allies jump on board. Everybody is essentially mad at us. The next morning, the stock market plunges. You wake up. You look, oh my word, my 401k has been shot. And now you want to reach out to, hey, I was just calling you up. I saw gold just jumped up to $5,000 an ounce, and silver is now $200 an ounce. And you've got some crazy 50-to-1 gold-silver ratio, and literally it just changing like a rock. No, I don't have time to work with those people. That means that I feel like you just want help now. Why didn't you listen? And at that point, I mean, who wants to buy, anybody in this room, who wants to buy silver at $500 an ounce, hypothetically? Not me. Not me. Do I think I'm going to be rushing out and dump everything I got? No. But I certainly don't want to be adding to skyrocket my dollar cost average. And do I want to really be even maybe doing YouTube videos every day? And because let's be honest, there's a risk that comes with doing YouTube videos. Some people realize it, some people don't. One of the risks is I can't really keep stuff at my house. I mean, I've had people come over and they're like, "Where's all your stuff?" I expected you had like walls made of gold. And I'm like, dude, do you think I keep anything in my house? I said, have at it. Go look around. I mean, I'll be honest. My son's mother, when I told her I was thinking about buying a new house, and I said, yeah, I think I'm going to have like a person that actually kind of finds someone that does design and come into my house and take all the nice things and move them to my new house. And she tells me, she goes, half the stuff you've got are hand-me-downs. You don't have anything in your house that has any value. I would throw it all away. And to a certain point, yeah, I got a lot of junk in my house. But it's just that. It's junk. I mean, today, I feel bad saying this. Someone had passed away that I know. And the person that inherited everything called me up and said, hey, she had said you really liked her couch. And I think she would want you to have it. And he said, nah, I'm pretty much taking everything to Goodwill. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, if there's anything you want, just take it. I might keep a couple things or try to sell a couple things. So I bought a few things off him, a brand new microwave. I was like, if you can get a brand new microwave for $25, a brand new cooker oven for $25, some nice glassware, the old antique glassware. It was a huge Wild Turkey bottle collection. I looked on eBay and I was like, ooh, I kind of like it. But he goes, yeah, I'm going to see if I can find someone that wants to put an offer on it because it has value. I mean, when I looked at Wild Turkey bottles from 60 years ago, I said, that stuff's got to have value, but, I mean, it's hard finding the right people. Let's see. Do we get another entry? So, only members will get entries, Phil. It is a members event tonight. So that's what that's for. It's a members event. Let's see. I was getting a low premium from eBay. So eBay's funny. Are there good deals on eBay? Of course. Is there a lot of risk on eBay? Of course. If you're lucky enough. But here's the thing. Big bullion companies like AppMax, SD Bullion, they sell on eBay too. And, the prices vary. There's good deals on eBay. And then there's some that places like AppMax and JM Bullion, they have them on eBay. Cheaper than their own website. And that's one of the things that really irks me about AppMax. I didn't know JM Bullion did that. But yeah, I'm like, I can go on eBay, buy it with my credit card for less money than your website. It's ridiculous. Yes, I love the quarter ounce. Let's see. When do we get entered? As soon as you become a member, you are entered. A member will have a star next to their name. You don't have to be present. As soon as you become a member, you're instantly entered. Because I will see it. Just like right here. Actually, here, let me switch screens so you can see what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at right here. So you guys can now see exactly what I'm looking at all the time. The only reason I don't do this is because when I scroll down, this will go away right here, and then you'll be looking at some weird deep that just keeps going and going and going. But as soon as you become a member, your name is going to light up in green like this. Maybe blue, maybe yellow, maybe pink, maybe red. I don't know. Usually I think it's green for the regular fan. To become a 199 member. I don't know what happens if you're another level, if it changes. Let's see. Oh no, didn't read my comment. Which one? Oh no, I read every comment. I'm going through unless I missed it. T Square is being shown ads with scantily clad women in the shower. What? I don't know what kind of ads they're putting, but if they're putting ads, that's not me that controls the ads. That's Google. Let's see. He's been looking up for that algorithm. Yeah, I don't pick the ads. Let's see. I really only shop at my local coin shop. Can't beat the prices. So I'll be honest. If you're lucky enough to have a coin shop in your area, it's definitely worth using a coin shop. Let's see. What wheel? This wheel right here. Oh no, I didn't read my comment. Yeah, I went back and read it about the scandalous women in bikinis because they're advertising bikinis. Thumbs up. Let's see. The value of my silver is like the value of my women by the pounds. Let's see here. Scrolling through. Oh, someone just became a member. Who was that? I think that was the cat that just became a member. I'm going to get to it here in a minute when I scroll down. But I see the name lit up at the top. So, and your name will go up on the wheel before we start. How do we know if our name is on the wheel? Your name is only on the wheel if you are a member, or if you become a member tonight, or if you're a temporary member. There are 3 temporary members right now. Temporary members means that they gave a one-time donation to the channel, and that's it. They just wanted to try it out for 1 month. Brandon, Doc, and John Goldworthy. Everybody else, unless you know me in person and you became a member in person without going through YouTube, but these are people that I know, and they don't generally watch the video because they're like, I would just rather when you come over and eat lunch at my restaurant or whatever the case may be, you just talk to me a little bit and tell me if I'm doing the right thing. And, you know, I tell people I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll tell you what I would do. And I tell you if I think you're making the right choice. But at the end of the day, people got to make their own choices. So that's the deal with that. Thumbs up. Definitely hit that thumbs up button. Any Morgans. 2 Morgans is a good. Any Morgan is a good Morgan. Absolutely. What are the years and the mint marks? Oh, you would ask me the mint mark. I got horrible eyesight. 1880. 1880. So I think that's New Orleans. So one of them is 1880. The other one is in 1882. And I'm going to say no mint mark because I don't see anything, but it could be an O. Because it looks like there might be an O there, but it's faded somehow. But I don't know. I could just be imagining that. And it's just like a little bit of dirt. But I would almost want to say O, but I don't know. It's extremely faded if it is an O on that second one. Okay, scrolling down real quick. See what I'm saying? Now you got that endless loop in front of you. Thank you so much, TJ, for becoming a member. Let's see. He is still reading the comments. I'm still scrolling down. I love the Morgan and Eagles. Definitely worth it. This is a good time to become a member right now. I mean, chances are, if you become a member tonight through YouTube, not the $2 super chat, like I said. If you do a $2 super chat, you're going to get your name on the wheel. But I'm getting rid of the temporary membership because right now, if you become a member, you get in on the giveaways, the special events tonight. And here's the thing. I'm probably going to do another one real soon because I need to get next month's out of the way quick because I got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm probably going to do it a little earlier in the month, not wait till the end of the month. But who knows? If it's going to get hotter and hotter, I get busier and busier working on stuff. Let's see. Love the Morgans. I work on a vegetable farm. Oh, nice. In Wisconsin. I would love to do that. I actually have picked blueberries before up in New England with the migrant workers. It was fun. Although I picked them for myself on the side of the road. My mom and brother actually picked them for the company. And when I was just chilling in the RV camp, I would sometimes walk across the street, pick a big thing of blueberries, a little 5-gallon bucket, bring it back to the RV, usually on Thursday or Friday. And then I would go do it a couple times. And then when I went back home on the weekends, I would go door to door and sell them. Let's see. Welcome, TJ. Yes, thank you so much, TJ. Mercury Dimes are nice too. Yeah, and whoever wins is actually going to get 1, 2, and 3. They're going to get all 3. Or they're going to get this, or they're going to get all 3 over here. So it's kind of, that's why this side, I think someone would have to correct me real quick. I think technically you get less than an ounce of silver here, but not by much. I think basically it's $1.35, but actually this has a little bit more silver. I think these are not actually the same as 4 quarters. Someone made me a comment a while back, and I meant to look it up, where a Morgan dollar has more silver than 4 silver quarters or 10 dimes, which would make it actually an ounce, I think, if that's correct. Let's see, scrolling through, I'm going to try to bust through these real quick. So if I speed up a little bit, you'll know why, because I do want to get this giveaway going. Hopefully we'll start this up by 10, but it's moving up now, so I think that means I'm catching up. Let's see, AKA, how's it going? Hope you're having a great night. I put a Geiger 10 ounce on the wall for 0.5 over on Friday. Nice, that's a good deal. That's an awesome deal. 50 cents over spot per ounce, I'm guessing. That means you're $5 over to get a 10-ounce Geiger bar. That is pretty awesome. I know a lot of people that like them. Personally, usually them have high premiums. What names of silver coins should we look for? Anything silver is good. Let me tell you that. I buy 925 sterling silverware, 925 sterling jewelry, junk silver, 90% silver. Number one thing, I think, look for this type of stuff. It's silver proof sets. They're super cheap. They got silver in there. You can usually get them at spot price or less. Definitely worth it. Make sure you understand what you're buying. If you don't understand, definitely check out the video I put up probably 2 days ago about understanding what you're buying. That's why I do the videos every day, to really talk about questions I see people getting burned. I actually seen one guy, he wanted to invest out of the blue, just heard about silver. He wants to buy $10,000 worth of 1 gram bars at $6 a piece. I said, that is about the craziest thing I've ever heard. If you've got $10,000 to invest, I would buy 1 ounce silver rounds or 10 ounce bars. I would probably go with the one. He goes, well, I'm afraid if things break down and I need something to barter, then I want to be prepared. And yes, I understand that. Then buy constitutional silver. Buy junk silver dimes, junk silver quarters. You've got silver, low premium if you look around. Don't buy it all at once. Spread out your purchases. That way you can get better deals. Just like paper tradition. Yeah. I mean, some people, they just don't understand. I got a Trump silver coin. Also, be careful. With the Trump silver coins, there are a lot of fakes out there. It depends where you got it from. Will depend on if you got a good deal. If it's legit, some of y'all may have access to a coin store. If you got access to a coin store, then go there with a coin. Put it on a Sigma. For those of you who don't know what a Sigma is, a Sigma will actually scan the inside of the coin. Whether it's in plastic, it doesn't matter. It will scan right through the plastic unless it's super small. It might not. Like a silver dime might not scan through plastic. Let's see. Cracking up. Jack, how's it going? Hope you're having a great night. It is all just silver to me. Absolutely. That's the way I am too. I'm looking for silver, and I'm looking for cheap silver. I did find a few Grill Jam bars. Statue of Liberty, Eagle, 100 gram. Yeah, I stay away from grams normally. Did I just get that bag of grams right here? I did. But, I mean, I traded it for an ounce of silver. It's 40 grams. 41 grams silver bars. I gave up an ounce of silver for it. To me, it was a good deal, even though they're grams. I wouldn't pay high premiums, but in that case, it's a steal for me. Silver Sovereigns, American Silver Eagles, Canadian Maples, Australian Kangaroos, Philharmonics. Anything that has low premiums, Royal Mint Britannias. Yeah, I love the Britannias personally. I like them better with the Queen on it, but John goes, true, but much rather have a Johnson Matthew bar than generic, and that's okay. Some people like that. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to get as much as I can under my belt for as cheap as I can. Silver rounds are usually the cheapest, absolutely, and that's what I'm after. If you want to pay that higher premium for something, great. But if you look around, you can sometimes get really good deals at low premiums. You're just not going to be able to spend a lot of money. You're not going to be able to go out and spend $5,000 usually or more and expect you're going to get a good deal, because you're asking for a lot of silver. And generally, unless you're finding someone that is selling for themselves, generally they see that kind of money and they know you ain't broke. I was actually having a talk with someone today about how people tend to take advantage of people that have money, and that's just the way it is. Is it bumming? Yeah. I don't come across as rich. If you were ever to meet me in real life, you would see my beat up vehicle with windows that don't go down, AC that don't work, dents all around my car, and I don't care. That's it. I just want investments. If you get them for the right price, you add value. Absolutely. And that's the key. Added value is what you're looking for. I have some generic Sunshines, Johnson Matthey, all the same price. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you can get a nice bar, Johnson Matthey is not something that I would consider a high-end bar. Some people might. I've heard some people say they like, there was a few different ones. Engelhard, they like, and the Geiger bars people like. There's a lot of ones. At the end of the day, it's just about ounces for me. No, I just being crazy. Laugh out loud. Don't buy any silver from any China accounts on eBay. Yeah, I mean, but you don't always know, unfortunately, because now they're setting up accounts here and selling it locally or through eBay around here. The thing that bothers me is when spot jumped, dealers pay similar to generic and sovereigns. Use paying up to $3. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Look, I told you guys, I'm pretty fair with you guys. I tell you what I pay. Look, and someone gave me garbage about this the other day, and I don't really care. So right here, I got 2 coins. They're both certified. This is a certified eagle. Nothing special about it. It's just an eagle. It's certified. I ended up picking these up at roughly $40 a piece. $40. That's shipping, everything I'm figuring, and bulk. But here's the thing. It's an eagle. How much are you going to pay for an eagle right now? An eagle is $5 over spot, which would put it at 28 at the time of buying. I'm sorry, 38. So $2 extra to have something certified is a good deal. This right here, some people are like, it's a generic spider. It's nothing super special. You know what? It's certified. It's in a nice case. It's worth the $2, $3 extra. But I see some places they want an arm and a leg. If you're paying an arm and a leg over, then it's not that great of a deal. Let's see. John, upgraded. John, I'm going to have to make sure I change that to upgrade you and the cat. So I'm going to take a quick minute. I'm going to jump over. John just upgraded his membership. The cat just became a member. And then TJ became a member. So let me get these in here real quick. I am going to put your names at the bottom of the list for now, just so it doesn't mess anything up. Boom. So TJ. This will be updated tomorrow morning on the master list that you will see under every single video that we make. Let's see here. Do this, actually. Do this. No, we're going to do this. Copy. Paste, because I'm on my computer, so I can't get the stars right now. Capital TITOCK. So there you go. You are in there as a fan level, so you get 1 membership. The cat. Copy. Paste. Oh. The cat. T. We are almost ready to start this wheel going. A lot of people enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be fun tonight. A special thank you to the people that became new members. Special thank you to the people that just upgraded their membership. John. Let's see. I got to find you real quick, John. Because we actually got 2 Johns. John W. and John Wilcuss. I got it right that time. Wilcuss. Let's see. I think I got it right. I hope I got it right. Otherwise, I'd really be embarrassed after you took the time on the chat one day to... I got to find you. Where are you at? What number are you? John, where you at, buddy? Why am I not seeing you? Were you up here? I don't think you were. Oh, there you are right there. I see it now. Boom. Right there. Upgraded to a super fan. I will move your name at the top of the list or up there here after. But I already got you down as 26. So copy. Boom. Paste. And then I think we're about ready to get this going real quick. I'm going to put something here. Let's see. I'm going to put A. And I'm just going to put, I'm going to change one thing up real quick because I don't want the headache of seeing that. A, B, A, B. I got so nervous the last one I did. Oh, I did that wrong. Darn it. A, B, A, and then as soon as we fix this, I think we're about ready to start it. I think I've given everybody time to get stuff going. Let's see here. So we got New Marshall with 1, 2, 3, Conrad with 1, 2, 3, Pete with 1, 2, 3, and then after that we're going to supers. So we just put an A there, A, 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 and that one actually is out of place because you just upgraded too. And so I'll tell you what I'm doing here right now for those of you who don't know. If the name is exactly written the same on the wheel, it tells you, would you like to remove one entry or all entries? I was so stressed out last time because some people had extra entries last time, and I didn't want it to accidentally hit the wrong one while I was talking, because I do get talking, and that is it. Boom. Oh, actually, hold on. Fan, super fan. You upgraded to a super fan. You are a fan. Okay, and then I already got John changed up too, I think. Let me just make sure again. I should have looked at what number you were, John. Doggone it. I just want to check it one more time, make sure I didn't mess nothing up before we get started. We are about ready to get started. Some people look at this and they're like, dude, you take too long doing this. But if you're a member, you kind of enjoy just chit-chatting anyway. That's my thoughts on it. So real quick, I mean, they're still buying gold at $3,550 profit, but there's a lot of risk right now. So, yeah, I mean, well, right now, have you seen what gold is right this minute? Like today, right this minute? Make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. Boom. Pull up the gold and silver chart. Look at the silver chart. Silver just had a huge dip down to 32.26. I'm sorry, 32.67. Here's the thing. It's down 1% already. I'm hoping this dip continues because I'm convinced after the Fed meeting, that's it. We're going to see another big jump. We could be off to the races. Gold, 32.83. There are buying opportunities. We were down to 32.87, and then it started climbing again. Honestly, if it had gone a little lower, I probably would have put one of my orders in for the next coin that I'm kind of waiting to get. But I'd like to see it go a little lower. I'd like to see $32. But we'll see what happens. It's definitely exciting. Okay. Minimize. I think we've talked quite a bit. I've given everybody time to either do a $2 super chat and get their name on the wheel, or upgrade their membership if they wanted to. I apologize if I missed any comments. Congratulations, John. Welcome to the club, the cat. 1 in 31 chances. It's actually up just a little bit more. I think it's 1 in 33 because by the time supers get their extra entries for being a super member or an obsessed member, your odds go up a little bit. But still amazing deal, I think, especially with what we're giving away tonight. Take a look. That's really the reason why I can't believe some people didn't become a member tonight, because this is a huge opportunity. You're talking, if someone could correct me, a Morgan dollar, a silver quarter, and a silver dime, is that basically an ounce? Someone told me that Morgans are actually a little bit more silver than 4 quarters or 10 dimes. Because I guess, I don't know how they break it down, but 10 dimes or 10 quarters was like 0.6 something, or 0.72, whereas a Morgan is 0.77. If that's the case, then that makes up for it. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. I've seen these same ads. Yeah, there are some ads going on right now. Those ads are what help me pay for shipping. When we're spinning the wheel, it probably don't horribly matter because that's it. Once the wheel starts, you can't get in anyway. You got it, 26. Nice. And actually, you just upgraded, so you're actually going to go up to like the teens probably now. That will throw you up there higher. 1 troy ounce is 90% is $1.38 face value, and why it was rounded up to $1.40 per troy ounce. Smiles. I was looking to see if someone answered that Morgan question real quick. There is a spread now between the piece and the Morgan Coles of $2. The piece is a little bit cheaper. Kilo bars are cool. 2 is way excited. All there, $1.35, almost $1.40. Oh, okay. So technically $1.35 would be, but I'm curious. 0.77. That was what I was just asking a minute ago. The Morgans are 0.773, whereas I think the other one is 0.72 if you have 4 quarters, but I could be wrong. Okay. With that being said, because I know people are like, dude, get the wheel going. We've talked for how long? An hour already. Hour and 12 minutes. Okay, with that being said, once we get started on the wheel, if you try to join and become a member, you're a member. That's great. But you will miss out on this giveaway because once the wheel starts, obviously I can't put your name on it. It will go down for next month. Yeah, it is 0.77 ounces for the Morgan. Nice. Okay. So I'm just letting everybody know. Oh, 0.72. I did call it right. Darn, I am learning. And that was actually a YouTuber that taught me that. I just haven't looked it up to confirm it yet, but I remembered them saying that. Okay, and that's why I always say on the channel, I'm learning from you just like you're learning from me. And that's why I like making these videos. So, like I said before, the last name on the wheel has their choice of which one they want. The second name on the wheel has their choice between the other one. And the third one has their choice. If you are not watching the video and you're watching this later, then just let me know what choice you want, and we'll go from there. You're going to shoot me an email with your mailing address, and I can tell you what's available at that point. But if you're number one, just say what you want. Take your pick. So, okay, let's see here. Jumping in, we're about ready to get started on the wheel. Nobody else has joined, so boom, we are looking good. I just talked about the silver price right now, the dip. So if you're waiting for a dip opportunity, it's already dipped a little bit. Generally, Mondays it starts working up. Tuesdays it works up. Wednesday it works up. And then usually Thursday and Friday, we start seeing it inch back down a little bit, but still coming out higher for the week. So that's kind of what I'm thinking could happen. However, last week it was a little bit different. Yeah, 10 dimes is, no, 10 dimes cannot be 1.1 silver. There's no way. Yes, very close. 14 dimes. $1.40 face is almost equal to 1 troy ounce. Oh, I meant 14. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's 14 dimes. Gets you an ounce. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started. Okay, the names are all updated. Everybody's name is on the wheel. Good luck to everybody. I see we got a bunch of people in the room. I don't want to read the names. I've done that before, and anytime I mention someone's name, it seems like their name gets popped. So don't ask me to shout out your name. I do sometimes say, I'm sorry, so-and-so. I always feel bad when people get eliminated. Names do get eliminated. It's just part of the thing. And so from there, that's it. With that being said, I'm going to shuffle these names up, and then we will go from there. We have 108 entries altogether. Good luck, and good luck to everybody. And with that being said, let's make sure you guys can see what's on the wheel. Oh, you can't even see the wheel right now. That's why I always double check everything. Boom. 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 Here we go. Okay, good luck to everybody. I didn't realize you guys were still looking at the coins. Anybody have any questions? Real quick, I'll give it 1 minute for any questions. If you type it in now, boom, get your question answered. We're at 1:15:30. We're going to go to 1:16. Once we hit 1:16, if no one's asked a question, boom. It was a typo. Forgive me. No, you're good. You're good. I didn't know if you thought that was. Some people don't always know. 44 likes, 30 people watching. Thank you so much for hitting that thumbs up button. I really do appreciate it, everybody. What's the meaning of life? And we will start off with that question as we start spinning. And that is it. So, boom. Shuffle up. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And here we go. First name to be eliminated. Remember, it's the last name on the wheel. I always feel bad for the first guy eliminated. First guy to be eliminated. And I am so sorry to somebody. I am so sorry. That was one of your entries. You had two. However, I am so sorry. Actually, did you have two? You should have had two. You were super. If not, I might have to fix that real quick. Hold on. Boom. 12. Oh, yeah, it says 12A and 12 plain because I see the A one right there. Remove. Okay, you still got one right here. Darn, you just joined not even hours ago. I am so sorry. I'm not going to say the name, though, because I don't want to jinx it. But obviously that stinks when someone just joins a minute ago and then all of a sudden that happens. It wasn't a minute ago. It was like a few hours ago because it hadn't even updated on YouTube yet. Okay, continuing on. Boom. And I actually have always thought about doing something for the first out, but the shipping is what kind of does it in. It ain't even the coins. It's the shipping that destroys people. Now, like I said, I'm not going to read people's names. Okay, where were we? We were talking about the meaning of life. What is the meaning of life? If I had to give the definition of the meaning of life, I would say the meaning of life is not to acquire as much as we acquire. We are taught the meaning of life is go through life and acquire as much as you can when it comes to money. And I'll be honest, with the younger years, the childhood that I had, it has kind of been instilled in me that is very important, acquiring. I have learned, hey, we just started. I'm not going to say your name, though. So, like I said, I hate saying someone's name and then having them get kicked. I know a lot of people believe the meaning of life is acquire, buy all these things, get all these things. The meaning of life, I would say, is enjoy what you have and make do with what you have. Don't take on a lot of debt. That's where people get caught up in having to work more, having to slave away, because more and more of their money is going to basically print the interest and very little is going to the principal. Enjoy your life. I'm guilty a little bit of this because I don't spend enough time and money enjoying myself. I have it in me still that I should be acquiring. I hope that one day my ship will come in when it comes to gold and silver. And when that day comes, I tell myself that's when I'm gonna, go and enjoy life and travel. But from talking to YouTubers, a lot of older people watch this channel. If you are under 50, you are not the norm on this channel. The majority of subscribers that watch this channel are older than 50. I almost think there's something there when it comes to older people understanding gold and silver. I get a printout every day. I can pull it up and see it. I am so sorry, John. I can say your name now. I don't know if you're still in the room. You are. I am so sorry. That was your one entry, so that's why I didn't mind saying it at that point. But yeah, a lot of people just don't realize, they overwork themselves. They're a slave to the lender. That's exactly what it is, TJ. Once you can get out of that slave to the lender mentality, I was talking to my son a little while back. Some of y'all know my son wants to buy a new car. If you've been following the channel for a while, I've talked about it. He wants a new vehicle. At first, his attitude, or from his, I'm going to say his mom, borrow the money, get the car. Not necessarily a new car, though, either. Just a used car. Who cares if you borrow the money? My mentality was, not me. I would sell some of your coins, take the money, and get a car. And he sat down and he talked with me about it. And I love talking to him because I want him to understand what gold and silver is, that, it's meant to be a savings account. And he told me, am I better off, though, to get rid of my gold and silver now for a vehicle, or am I better off just using their money to get it? And, it got me thinking a little bit. I said, well, at first I thought he'd have horrible interest rate. But then when they offered him 6%, I said, it's up to you. I mean, ultimately it's nice to pay it and buy it back. But he says, where do you think silver is going to be in a year? Where do you think gold is going to be in a year? And I said, that's the magic question. If anybody knew that, I probably wouldn't even be doing YouTube videos. I would just spend every minute of my day acquiring if I knew 100% where it was going to be at the end of a year or in a year. I said, most likely it's going to be higher. I said, I have no doubt in my mind. If JP Morgan, who has been in trouble already for trying to game the system, has came out and said they now think, their new revised numbers, they think that gold is going to be $4,000 and silver is going to be $39 by the end of this year. Once you think about that, JP Morgan, I'm going to say the biggest crooks in the game. They manipulate it so they can buy more of it. They know it's going up. For them to come out and say that, I don't know if they said that because they're trying to use reverse psychology on us, or if they came out and said that because they believe it's going to be a whole lot higher. Because if they're trying to acquire, become the second owner of a car. Oh, yeah, he's definitely, the second owner of a car. What are you saying? Use my money? So at one point, with him, he would put money into silver and gold. He would buy it. And I would tell him, look, if you need money, dude, if you're putting your money to something like that and you need money, just let me know. I'm going to hold it because I hold it in the bank. I hate to say that. Some people are against that. We've had this talk numerous times. His collection is in my safety deposit, one of my safety deposit boxes. I said, here's the thing. I said, I was eliminated. I am so sorry. Oh, you're behind if you're just seeing it now. Yeah, some people are not updated, but they may not want to see. They may not want to miss a word. So I would let him buy, and then if he needed money, I would loan him the money against it for the same price that I would buy it for right now. So right now, let's say silver is $33 and I'm paying $35. If he had a 10-ounce bar, I would say I'll loan you $3.50 against it. But I have it anyway, so it's not like I worry about it. He would take that $3.50. I don't know if he did this accidentally or if he knew what he was doing. It took me a while to catch on to what was happening. He then would wait a little while, maybe he would pay back the 350 because there's no restrictions at the time. I was like, you just pay it back whenever you want. I don't care. I'm going to put a note with it that it's mine until 350 is paid back. But you have it locked in at $350. Here's the thing, though. He started doing this at 18, as in $18. So it was actually $180 for a 10-ounce silver bar. He would then take the $180, maybe use it, maybe not. But when the time came, he'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to buy another bar, and then I'll still owe you the $180. I said, okay, that's no big deal. I don't care. I've got it. So I'm going to get my $180 back at some point, or I'm going to keep the bar. Someone might already know where I'm going with this. Because how is he, listen to this, how is he making out of this deal? Time would go on. He'd then borrow another $180 against the bar that I had, and then buy another bar. Now he's got a third bar at $180. Time would go on. He would buy another bar, but then borrow the money against that bar. At one point, he had almost 100 ounces borrowed against every one of them. And he's okay. He's got them. Meanwhile, the price is not $18 anymore, but he gets his bar back for the $18. You should have it. You should have got interest. Exactly. That's exactly what I realized. I did this to teach him, and then I realized I am funding his whole collection. At one point, silver was up to $25, and he said, how many bars do I have on IOU right now? I said, you got like 10, bro. I said, and I think you even have a couple gold coins too. He goes, okay. And he goes, I owe you how much? $180 a piece. He goes, if I wanted to sell you a bar right now, what could I sell it to you for? If I just wanted to cash out of a bar. I said, well, he goes, let me ask you this. If I borrow $180 from you right now, with the promise I'm going to pay you back tomorrow, would you let it go without collateral? I said, absolutely. That's my son. I mean, I'm trying to teach him. So he goes, okay, so what are you buying the bars at right now? I said, when I buy them now, they're $250. It's a $70 profit. So he goes, okay. He goes, I'm going to borrow $180 from you. I'll give it back to you here in a little bit. Just trust me. I said, okay. He then took the $180, bought the bar back out of collateral, and then said, I'll sell it to you for $250. And you can take your $180 right out of it. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then I said, he goes, you just said you're buying bars now off your companies that you buy them for $250. I said, yes. He said, so give me $250 for one. He said, I told him, I said, but you owe me. He goes, yeah, you're going to take it out of the $250. So you're just going to give me the basically at $18, it's $180. He gets $250. There's $70 left over. He says, you're just giving me $70, but you keep the bar now. At the $70, he buys them all back, and I'm like, dude, you just made like $700 or $800. And then I did the math and realized what had happened. It was crazy. I should have gotten interest. That was the key. Now I put restrictions on him. If he needs money, because that's what gold and silver is. It's designed for money. It's money. And it should be used as collateral. I mean, I wanted to buy something at one point, and I talked to the bank, and I said, can I put gold or silver up as collateral and get the loan? They said no. Yeah, wait a minute. I had to think. I was like, what in the world? I said, hold on. You already borrowed, but it accumulated value while it was just sitting there, except all the value that it was accumulating was going to him instead of me. When I could have bought in the same bars, because let's be honest, any excess money I get, I put to the stuff. And that was exactly how it went. And Conrad got it. Wait a minute. John was the first one to hit it with you should have been charging interest. So he understood clearly what was going on. I didn't catch it. I don't mind because it's my son. And I didn't lose anything. I just lost the ability to buy when it was cheaper. I have picked up stuff, and I'm very cautious now when I do stuff like this. Gold and silver are both good for collateral, exactly. So I'm very cautious now when I do stuff. Let's see. A lot of parents match 1-to-1 with their kids used in purchases. When you say match, you mean like you do put up $1, I put up $1? Yeah, my son's working. My son's 20 now. So I mean, he's been doing it since he was, 12. I've got a picture of him with what seemed at the time like a lot of silver. And I don't know if I'm saying that the right way, because a lot of silver is different to everybody, But at the time, I took a picture of him with like 300 ounces in front of him of silver. And he was only like 13. I was big into it, but he was newer to it. I learned before him, obviously, and then I started pushing him into it more and more. Some people might say you brainwashed him into it. Maybe, but it's a good brainwash. The world is brainwashing us into stuff that's not important. And there's nothing wrong with pushing back a little bit. Me personally, I would get a good used vehicle. Yeah, and I meant to say that, yeah. And I know Conrad said it too. A couple other people said it. Yeah, it's going to be a used vehicle. But a newer used vehicle, that's $20,000 now. I was shocked when we went into the bank and they said, oh, yeah, you got a 750 credit score. And I was like, what? I said, he doesn't even have credit. And they said, yeah, he has a credit card. And I was like, what? And then he told me, yeah, I have a credit card just for gas. I only use it for gas. That way, all of my gas purchases are tracked. And it's kind of something that I guess him and his mom had did. That way, she knew exactly how much was going to gas. And she would make sure that he got refunded. Oh, no, I don't know. I am so sorry. At this point, I don't... Oh, yeah. You shouldn't ask that question, but if you look closely, you can see the answer to your question. Never, ever get me to say your name while I'm spinning. Too many times, John Doe asks me a question, and all of a sudden, John Doe gets kicked. And so never, ever do you want me to say your name while we're spinning. It's just bad luck. I actually seen one person say, I ain't afraid if you say my name. Say my name right now. I dare you. I don't care. I said his name. Okay, John Doe, I'll say your name if you want to. And, well, I can see the person that just asked. I can see his name right now. However, I said the guy's name. Okay, John Doe, we'll say your name then. Sure enough, both entries he had came knocked down on the next two spins. I was like, what are the odds of that? John Doe eliminated, and then John Doe eliminated. Now, I don't see your name on the wheel, but right next to the wheel, you can see some of the names that are still in it. There's 61 people in it. And to the person that just asked me, there's actually a typo in it, in your name. Hold on, let me see something. Huh. What a coincidence. I actually typoed that name, your name. I didn't mean to. I put lowercase, and then capital for the next 4 letters. I don't know why that did that. I would just go with it and keep watching, but yes. How many more people are in it? 60. There's 60 names right now. I don't know if you can see that. I see the smiley faces. I don't know if I know you said I see the name. And see, they're all shuffled up, and I shuffle up again at 50. So at 50 names, when we're down to 50 names, I'm going to shuffle them up so you won't see any of the names anymore. I better not even rub my cursor over someone's name. Oof. Almost got it. Yeah, I think you see it now. Yeah. I guess you see it now, don't you? That's why I say we shouldn't even be talking. I shouldn't even be talking to anybody specifically. It does get fun though. I enjoy doing this. I do it, like I said, we do it every month. Every month. Some people have been on this. They've been on it for a while and they've never hit. Some people have hit twice. I enjoy doing it. It's fun. Let's see. I'm surprised we all in the chat aren't saying everyone else's to jinx each other. I don't know if that would work. I don't know how that would work. I mean, if I accidentally, I better be careful what I say. I don't want to accidentally read a comment. Hey, what do you think of so-and-so? Does he have a shot? And I'm reading it. What do you think about John Doe? Does he have a shot? And, my bad. I'm sorry, John Doe. Let's see. I ain't going to say nothing because I don't know if you have more than one. Now, you're going to feel horrible if it did happen. How many of y'all seen that? I don't know if you guys can actually see the wheel at the way it is right now because it's kind of still small. People are just going to start calling out people's names. Womp womp. I am sorry. I don't know though. You might still have another one on there, so I'm not gonna. That's why I didn't want to say anything. 50. We're gonna do a shuffle up. So if you see your name now, it might look like it moves. Shuffle, because we're down to 50. And I was briefly glancing. I'm wondering if that womp womp had another one. So all I'm doing is just shuffling up the names here. And here we go. Now we're shuffled up again. And we're going to start new. We're down to 50 people, 50 entries. 3 of them are going to get prizes. So how did you know blank was blank? So sorry, Larry. I know you only had 1 entry up there, so that's why I don't mind saying it. But I actually see him in the comments quite a bit. Someone just hit the subscribe button. Welcome to the party. I don't know if they're watching. I can't see who it is that subscribed. I don't like to close out this window when I get this going if I can avoid it. 46 names. Oh, I was like, who was that? I don't even know if that person, I don't think that person was in. I usually try to remember all the people that are in. Someone might feel bad because I'm looking at something right now. So in some cases, when memberships first cancel out, or when I get my message that the memberships has been dropped, it's easier for me to just... Nice, Moose Call 45. Thank you so much. I guess that was who subscribed. Or became a member just now. I don't know. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was your second entry. I am so sorry, my friend. If someone cancels their membership, and I just notice it the day of, sometimes I won't delete everything. And so there's actually one person still on the wheel that canceled their membership. And I understand. Some people, they cancel their membership because they just don't want to be a member anymore. Maybe they think the odds have gotten too good. I mean, there was a time when we only had 7 people that were eligible to win an ounce. That was pretty crazy. 7 people. I couldn't believe more people didn't become a member when it first started because the odds were so low. How many people really liked the football one? When we did the football memberships, you basically got to pick your teams, and we had some horrible pickers. I probably shouldn't say that. I don't know if there's people in the room that are maybe think they're good football pickers. I joke. I'm not a good football picker. And I'm not going to ask names actually right now. But let's see. Almost got you. I don't know. It's just crazy. If the person that gave up their membership wins, I have seen it happen before, and then we just went with the runner-up. Let's go Browns. Yeah, so what we did one year, we were doing members got to pick the weekly games. If you happen to pick perfect for the week with no point spreads, you won an ounce of silver. If you were the top pick at the 4-week interval for the month, you won an ounce of silver. That was pretty fun. I like that. And I did compete in that, but not for silver. So if I won, then the second person, the runner-up, would actually win. I know. I'm so sorry. I saw it come up, but I wasn't sure if that was your... yeah, you only had one, I think. I am so sorry, the cat. And I'm so sorry. I don't know. At this point, I don't know if that was your last one or not. Somebody else. I'm trying to look how many have the big face next to him. Oh, nope. That wasn't your last one. Oh, I am so sorry. That might have been your last one, but I'm not sure about that either. I think it was. We're down to 34 people. That could have been, though, your last entry on that one. Mike. I'm so sorry, Mike. A true gentleman right there. So sorry. Time for bed. Yeah, I think that was your last one. I'm pretty confident it was. There's still a handful up there with the symbols. The symbols are what I use to kind of look to see, but I'm not sure at this point. We're only down to 30 people now. These gas stations... yeah, it was. Okay, I'm so sorry. But that's okay. We're going to do... like I said, becoming a member now was a good opportunity for you because I think we're going to do another one in like 2 weeks. I have to wait until the new month comes. But I do want to do it kind of earlier in the month because it's starting to get hot. So sorry, Neil. So there's actually a Neil that I watch in the UK that does videos, and it's kind of funny because that Neil is in the UK also. I've always wondered if that's the same Neil, if he makes YouTube videos. I can't even remember the guy's channel name that I watch. I just know his name is Neil. He does a lot of videos that I kind of enjoy, talking about, key things going on. It was so sorry. That was Ice Hole. I am so sorry. Down to 26. Just going to go chill out now. Nice. Relax. I'm wondering in my mind. Oh, yeah, there are still people in the room that are here. I'm showing 34 people in the room right now. And if anybody wants, like I said, if anybody still wants to become a member, you can become a member now. You'll still be on next month's event. We do it every month. Oh, I'm so sorry. That, I think, might have been your last one. I think. Yes, I'm so sorry, Conrad. That was your last entry. That would be a good channel name. I just know. I know it. That is a good channel name. I just know his name is Neil. So sorry. Yeah, I didn't want to say it because I didn't know if you had one, but I can kind of see all the names here now because we're down to 22. No, his name is Neil, but I'm not sure if his channel name is Neil something or if it's just Neil or what. Like right now he's talking about all the tariffs going on. That's the hot topic right now. He kind of thinks that we're going to go through another empty shells situation. That's definitely a possibility. I don't know if it will happen on... I mean, a lot of stuff... Yeah, we don't make a lot of some stuff, but when it comes to food, I mean, I think a lot of our food comes from here, so I don't think food will be affected. If you're still on the wheel, if your name is still on the wheel, we've got 20 names on the wheel. We've got 3 prizes. So good luck. I'm rooting for all of you. Oh, Queen, I am so sorry. After this, you basically got a 1 in 6 chance that you're getting something. Boom, boom. Dave, I am so sorry, Dave. And Dave was actually the one that donated the Morgans, the silver quarters, the silver dimes. So thank you so much, Dave, for the donation. I wondered in my mind, I was like, oh man, if he wins it after he donated it, that's going to be a little weird. But then again, you could have taken the Silver Eagle. So it just would have been funny. So sorry, Dave. And then there was 16. Definitely got an interesting makeup here with 15 names on the board. There's a lot of interesting outcomes for different reasons. AI, I am so sorry. AI is an interesting one because he already has a prize that I haven't sent to him yet. And that's because he's overseas. And I kind of talked with him about it. And then he's actually going to have me send it to someone else because of where he's located. He said it's kind of hard to get it. So I was like, how crazy would that have been if he had won again? It would start making the person wonder, yeah, I might want to try to find a way to get it to him if it just started building up on prizes. Now we're down to 13 people with 3 prizes. I don't think anybody is left in the room. I would be scared to say it if you are in the room. At this point, we got 34 people watching, though. With 3 prizes. Wow, I'm so sorry, Eric. 11 people left on the wheel. 3 of the people I wouldn't even have to ship it to. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to play out. So sorry, Bryce. I love that name, too. Only because one of the novels, I'm on like chapter 1012. One of the lead characters, his name is Bryce. The other one is Pilo. But only Philip would know who I'm talking about. Oh, I am so sorry, Renee. I was rooting for you in my mind. Especially because you were one of the people I wouldn't have to ship it to. Now we're down to 9 names. 9. Oh, Oh, reluctant stacker. I am so sorry, my friend. The other person that donated one of the prizes tonight, he actually donated the Silver Eagle tonight to whoever the lucky winner is. We've got 8 people, and this is where it really gets stressful. With 8 people on the wheel. I take that back. What I said about the shipping. I forgot, actually. No, one of them. So sorry, JC. JC just won last month, and I knew his name was there. And I told him, hold off. And I was trying to get him. It was not last month, last week. He won one of the spiders last week. And his is sitting on my desk right now. So that's kind of crazy. And that is it. Now we're down to 7 people. I don't know any of them personally, aside from on the channel. No duplicates. 5 people. 3 of them are getting prizes. One of them was on the stream tonight. Maybe 2 of them might have been on the stream tonight. So sorry, Olin. And then 4. So sorry, BJ. That is horrible. You were on the stream tonight. I know that. Oh, you're on the stream right now. You said I'm still here. I probably wouldn't have said anything. I would not have said that. I'm funny about not wanting to comment. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so we got 3 prizes. The next one that gets eliminated will actually have last pick. So I don't even need to know what the person wants, whoever gets eliminated next, because you basically get whatever's left over. I know that sounds bad in a way, but there's 2 great prizes up there. And I say 2 great prizes because technically one of the prizes is a Morgan, a silver quarter, and a silver dime, Mercury dime. The second prize is a Morgan, a Mercury, and a silver quarter. And then one of the prizes is a Silver Eagle. Both people that donated have been eliminated. I don't know either of them, so I'll be shipping whoever wins it to them. I don't think any of them are repeat. One person is a repeat winner. They're going to win something, so they're a repeat winner. Only one name, but he's been on a member for a really long time. So I think he joined us when it was the huge February 23rd event last year when we hit 10,000 subs. Here comes third prize. So third place, good luck to everybody. If you made it this far, that's awesome. It really is. Congratulations. You're the third place person, Scott McNeil. Scott McNeil, congratulations. Write your name down before. I should have had a paper already ready. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I was like, what am I looking at? Hold on here. I'm looking for a scrap piece of paper. I was about ready to write on an invoice. I don't like writing on invoices, though. So, give me a quick second before I eliminate that name. Third, Scott McNeil. Shoot me an email tomorrow, and then I will tell you how to confirm yourself. Once you confirm it's you in the email, then you've won. It's just a matter of me putting down your address and getting it out. However, sometimes it does take a month for you to get your prize. Reason being, with us doing another big event within the next week or two for, I think, multiple prizes. I haven't decided all that yet, how many prizes there will be next month. So let's see. I just know his name is Scott McNeil. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I say that because some of these people I know, some of the people that you guys have met on the wheel, I know you personally, like in real life. I have drove to some of y'all's houses. I actually, so this is going to sound crazy. Me and my son, well, I'm going to remove this name before we draw again, before I forget. 2 names left. So somebody had won an event, and I do this every month, and I did it from Maine. Me and my son drove from Texas to Maine, and then from Maine, we were going to drive to San Diego, California. Corner to corner. We made it as far as Las Vegas, and then I had an emergency back. Oh, my word! You're here! Have you been here? Woohoo, called it. Have you been here all night and I didn't notice you? Now I'm going to scroll up. I'm sorry. Oh, no, you weren't here all night. You just happened to pop in. Okay. You just happened to pop in right when it was going on. So the guy that won was somewhere north of Chicago. And I say north. Technically, I guess it wasn't north because if you go north from Chicago, you're going to be in the middle of the lake. However, it was somewhere up there. And it was like right on the top of the country. And so I told my son, I said, hey, we're driving that way. I don't want to mail it. I just want to knock on the guy's door. The guy lived right across the street from a lake. Me and my son ended up going out. He wasn't there. I parked. I told my son, I said, you know what? Let's go swimming in the lake while we're here. So we actually went swimming in the lake. And then when it started getting dark, we walked back to the car, got changed up. People were probably like, them are some weirdos just out there swimming in the lake. I mean, especially me being an older person. And I was like, I don't care. I really don't when I'm traveling. Knocked on the door one more time. He wasn't there. I left it by the door. And then we continued on our ride. 3 days later, he weren't scared. Say my name, say my name. Yeah, at this point, say my name. So needless to say, a couple days later, I get a message, an email, and he's like, hey, I got my package today, but it was weird. There was no shipping on it. No nothing. No address, no nothing. I said, I dropped it off at your house for you. He goes, you drove from Texas with my package? I said, I didn't drive from Texas, but I did drive up to you to get you to get it. I've done that for a few people, and then I became friends with him. And not him. Him I never actually met, so we didn't become long-term friends. I can't even remember who the person was now. But the people that I have driven to their house, I can say their names now. I've been to like New Marshall. I've been to Chris. I've been to a bunch of different members, and just became friends after that. And then from there, hey. Okay, thanks T and the donators. Always a lot of fun. Thank you so much. We got a bunch of stuff. I was looking to see which John W. that was real quick. That's why I was like, but we got a bunch of prizes next month too. So it's going to be another good one, I think. So anybody that decides they want to join, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. So with that being said, let's hit the next one. Congratulations on second place, second pick. Is going to be a second pick. Well, no, I can't say second pick has, because at that point, if someone takes the Eagle, then there'll only be one choice. But okay, congratulations on second in. Who's it going to be? John W. And that's crazy because I think you just sent me an email last week saying, hey, I sent you my email address. You had asked me if I would send it because John was having trouble joining. And so he's like, can I just pay you a different way and mail it to you or PayPal you or something? And I said, yeah, of course, I'll do it for you. I don't always do it now because now I've gotten to be a little bit, I'm not going to say... now I don't really give out my personal information as much. John, you're in the room too. No kidding. I should have asked. Well, you're in the room. You get, out of curiosity, what's your first pick, John? Because once I remove you, I'm about ready. That's crazy. I'm just being quiet. Yeah, I don't blame you. That's what it takes. Being quiet. That's what it takes to win. Didn't want to jinx it. So I'm going to ask you real quick, John. So I'm going to remove this. I don't even have to spin it, but Hillbilly Stock Picks, you were here briefly, I think. So I guess all three of you were here quietly. But you are number one pick. It'd be nice to know what everybody wants right now. Just because it makes it. What were the choices? Yeah, we got some awesome choices too tonight. A bunch of cool stuff. So we're going to minimize this real quick. We're going to go to this. So you get to pick a row. So we have a Silver Eagle. But here's the thing. You get second pick. So give me your first choice and then give me your second choice. A 2004 American Silver Eagle. That was donated to us by Reluctant Stacker. Or a 1980 New Orleans Morgan Dollar. I'm sorry, 1880. 1980. Someone's going to correct me on that, I'm sure. No. 1880 New Orleans, or O, I think it's New Orleans, Morgan Dollar. A silver quarter and a Mercury dime. Or a 1882 I'm going to say no mint mark, but there could be an O there. It almost looks like there was something there that faded out. So I'm going to say no mint mark. If I had to get put on the spot, I would say it's a no mint mark, but 1982, but it's, I think the mint mark has been wore down, but I could be wrong. So give me, is Hillbilly here? I saw the name real quick. Congrats, John and Hillbilly. Absolutely. Yeah, I thought Hillbilly, because Hillbilly was here earlier. So Hillbilly has first pick. But John, you have second pick. So you let me know. Row 2. Row 2, 1, and 3. I'm not sure I'm understanding that right. Row 2, 1, and then 3. Oh, I'm wondering if that means, well, you're going to get your second pick for sure. Because, yeah, so Scott is taking whatever doesn't get picked. But Hillbilly has first pick. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So I'm not sure. If you can, let me know. This is row 1. This is row 2, and this is row 3. If Hillbilly was here, he could pick his. Hey, T and fam, how's it going? Watching from Perth, Western Australia. Oh, that's so cool. Let's just, I don't know. We'll show a Perth Mint spider. This is the, is it Funnel Web? The Funnel Web spider from Perth Mint. So, pretty cool. Just a shout out since someone's actually in Australia. It's kind of cool. Okay. Middle. Oh, you'll take the middle as your first choice. So, okay. Oh, that's what you meant by that. Middle, left, and then right. So, first choice would be Silver Eagle. ASE as first choice. And then the 1880. 1880. Okay. Boy, that would have been awesome if Hillbilly was here too. T-Square flexing. Nah, I don't flex anymore. I used to. A little bit. Not too much, though. I almost did. It's funny. I almost did flex one day. And I was going to go to the bank with a suitcase and bring everything I had to my house to shoot a video. Because somebody made a comment one day. Oh, you think those 25 ounces you got are going to save you when the end of the world comes? Like you're going to become a millionaire overnight? All of them are good choices. Yeah, all of them are great choices. And so I was like, dude, really? Have you, in my mind, I'm like, have you been watching this channel? Obviously, I got more than 25 ounces. To even assume that, I thought was ridiculous. But, I mean, I don't have that much, but I do have a couple. I have more than 25 ounces. I used to have, I used to have a lot of stuff at my house years ago. And I did a video one day, and some kid called me on it. He's like, dude, you say you don't have much at your house. He goes, you got 50 boxes of $50 sitting on your floor right beside you. Because I did my big $50 event where people, members, and were getting like boxes of $50, chances to win stuff. And it was a huge event. And so I literally bought all those boxes of $50. I mean, it was crazy. It took forever to get them from the bank. And he's like, you don't think? I said, can you picture how funny that would be seeing someone carrying them in and out of my house? I said, someone around me would call somebody, I would think. And then after that, I got thinking about it. And one member of the channel here, in the channel, he's not here right now, I don't think, but had bought 2 boxes of pennies from the bank, put them on the front seat of his truck, drove to the convenience store to get a couple sodas. He was going to go home and coin roll penny hunt. And he comes back out, and his front window, passenger side, was smashed out, and the 2 boxes of pennies were gone for a lousy $50. Shoot, I have more than 25 ounces. Yeah, some people do. Some people do. Some people are new to stacking. We all are at different levels. Really, when it comes to stacking, in my opinion, you should just be competing with yourself. That's what I always tell people. Compete with yourself. Push yourself to do a little bit more each month. If my goal this month was to acquire 5 ounces, then next month I'm going to make my goal 6 ounces. If my goal is 10 ounces, next month my goal is going to be 11 ounces. And then eventually it will get so much that I just can't make my goal. And I say that's okay. Had you kept pushing yourself to just do 5 ounces a month or 2 ounces a month or whatever the case may be, you would not be where you are today. Pilo, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. I watched your shorts. You have more on your table than I own altogether. Yeah, sometimes I have more stuff on my table. It all depends what's going on. I do a lot of trading. And here's the thing. If you're seeing it on my table, either it just came in or it's not something I'm keeping. I'm trading it off. That's usually what you see on my table. Now, in the old days on my shorts, my short videos. So none of that is there anymore. Some people may have noticed this. The short videos that I put up are actually old videos with voiceovered. So I started watching a lady on YouTube that she does jump roping. And she's so good. It's amazing to watch her. And I started watching her videos, and she jump ropes, and she has music on. So it's giving you the music in the background. Then one day I happened to notice, I was like, wait, I've seen her do that trick before. And I looked back, and all she did was the same short video with different music. But at the end of the day, she still got her YouTube revenue for it. So what I do now is I'll take short videos that I've had in the past, delete the sound, but keep the video, and then say something different about it. That's why sometimes you might see it's not matching up directly to the sound to what you're looking at. I might be like, okay, so here I got this awesome Morgan dollar here. It's really cool. You don't see this year that often. And then I also have this Silver Eagle sitting here, and it's rare that you get the Silver Eagles because they charge a little bit more of a premium. And so that's kind of the reason why I don't have many of the silver dollars. Now, the next one I'm going to show you guys is another Morgan. And this Morgan is really cool. You check this out. You can get a good look in there. And it's pretty awesome to see. And you see how the volume didn't line up with what I was talking about. If you're really close and you pay attention to the short videos, you can see it that I'm holding the wrong coin. That's because I'm voiceovering a 1-minute video clip. The videos that you see with all the stuff on my little desk, that little desk is not even there right now. All the stuff on that desk is gone. And that's it. Now, some people might say my desk is in this desk. This desk, the only stuff that's on this desk is the stuff that essentially I'm getting rid of. Whether it's, okay, let's see. I don't know if I should do this. I don't want to show too much. Okay, I can show it. I didn't want my whole house being seen. Over here, these I'm getting rid of little by little. I'm cashing them in just to buy pizza and stuff. Whenever I go to the grocery store, I'll take some rolls with me. These, it's a half a roll. So little by little, I trade these. Not a lot of people have access to half ounces. Kids and stuff have access to half ounce coins because it's cheap, $20, or they trade something. And in some cases, when it comes to kids, I will actually trade with younger kids to help them get into it. Maybe they've got some cool pennies and, they want to maybe get an ounce of silver or a half ounce of silver. And I'm like, you know what? I'll trade you for the wheat pennies. The wheat pennies I'll trade off to someone else later for something, and you can take a half ounce of silver. These, you guys know what happened with these. I got a ton of the spiders, and so there's a lot of spiders in here, and then some duplicate eagles. But I buy a lot of times in bulk, and I do that because some coins I keep for myself. You're going to see something amazing come in next week, and I'm pretty excited about that. When you see it, you're going to be mind blown because I'm super excited. There's not a lot of them in circulation. In fact, the mintage is less than 3,000. And by 3,000, I doubt anybody would guess if I said the exact mintage. The mintage, there's only 2,016 of the coins made. And I've got more than one coming. So it's kind of crazy. And then on top of that, the grades were 70. So I'm pretty excited to get those. With this stuff, sometimes when I buy in bulk, I don't know what I'm going to get. It's like a grab bag, but I get a really good deal on it. And who's going to turn down a Silver Eagle for certified for $38-40? I'm not going to lose money on it. I can't, I don't think. And then a couple little miscellaneous things over here. The two Benjamin Franklins we're going to be giving away next month. There's a couple Eagles over here we're going to give away next month, I think. And then there's some 40%ers in here that we're going to give away next month. And then, and then I still got these sitting on my desk. So this, I had a problem with this. Some people might remember this is part of the Wearers T-Square video series. Where you had a chance to get entered into this. All you had to do was comment. Here's the thing. I haven't done the giveaway yet because I had a problem. At first, I deleted the video. You commented. I saw it. Okay, confirm. I'm going to put you down for one entry and delete it. Or hide it so no one can see it. And then what happened was there was more than one comment on the video. But now all the comments in my comment holder went away. So if 10 people commented, the other 9 didn't get entries. And so I have to rethink how I'm going to figure that out now. I had to go back, make all the videos public. And then in order to find them, I had to make every private video public. Then I could see all the comments. And then from there, I ended up hitting the comments and made it unlisted, which means it's still public if you know what the code is. But it's not public if you're just scrolling across my channel. You won't see it. So I'm kind of stuck on that, how to figure out how to do that. Now, all the comments are approximately 400 comments behind in the comment queue, which means I've got to reply to 400 comments before I can even get back to those comments. So I kept them here. And it's funny because my son actually came over and he's like, oh, that's so cool. It's a little mini Silver Eagle. How much you want for it? I'll give you whatever. I'll trade you whatever you want for it. I love them. And I was like, I can't do anything with them. I have more somewhere. I don't know where now. I said, but I can't do anything with them because I already said I was going to give them away on the channel. So that's the deal with that. Let's see. Reading through the comments real quick, I remember I carry 90% halves and 40% half in my wallet. I used to do the 40%ers. I don't like them anymore. I really dislike 40%ers at this point. I had a bad experience with them, but it was my own fault. Shoot, I have more than 25 ounces. Oh, absolutely. And that's good. You're in a good spot. Keep stacking. But I have been stacking under a year. I watch your shorts. Yeah, you're getting there. So, Philip, me and you talk all the time, whether it's comments, emails, different stuff. You're in a good position. For your age, for where you're at, you're not making, you're not, how do I say this? You're not retired and 50 in the same situation as some of us that are watching. We're all in different points in our life. You're doing really good for your age. You're in an awesome spot with what you're stacking. You're light years ahead of everybody else. I would say you are better than 90%, more well off than 90% of Americans. When this stuff goes sideways, you will see what really happens. Silver adds up quickly. Absolutely. Before you know it, you start stacking even a little bit, it's going to add up. Well, think about it. I know one person who started stacking at $15 an ounce, $16 an ounce. Didn't like it. I kind of strong-armed her a little bit into getting into it. It was someone a little close, my close circle, my extremely close circle. Strong-armed two people, actually, now that I think about it, because now another one just came to mind. Two people into getting into it at $15-16, and both of them girls are now sitting on, one of them sitting on an amazing stack. One of them sitting on maybe, $1,000 or something worth. But the other one's sitting on a really nice stack with some gold and everything. I picked up a kilo of silver yesterday. Goal is 100 kilograms. Nice. Yeah, I'm destroying my gold. Yeah, oh, absolutely, Philip. I know you're way ahead on your gold. You have to be, because what you told me your goal was at the beginning of the year, and then what you told me you picked up the other times, I know you're in a really good spot. All of them are good choices, absolutely. Thank you so much. So I guess that's going to wrap up here. We're only 2 hours and 16 minutes. Congratulations to the winners tonight. A lot of cool prizes. Anybody that wants to become a member, it's well worth still becoming a member. It's only $1.99 to hit that join button. We do this every month. We do a special event. A really good opportunity, I think. The prizes are always awesome. There's always cool stuff. I kind of want to expand the prize back to prize selections. That will make your odds of winning skyrocket. And what that means is, as of right now, depending on what tier you're in, depends on how many entries you get. So if you're an obsessed member, they're paying $9.99 a month. They got 3 entries. If you're a super member, you get 2 entries. You're paying $4.99 a month. If you're $1.99 a month, you get right now 1 entry into the special event. With that being said, I'm thinking about making all of them 1 entry. But if you're a high tier member and you only got 1 entry and you happen to be the one that win it, you end up getting an awesome prize. For example, let's say tier 1, you get this silver eagle. Maybe tier 2, you get a choice of a certified eagle. And then maybe tier 3, you get something really nice, or both. We've done that before too, where you got both prizes if you were the top tier. Really, even just having the basic tier at the $1.99 a month puts you in it. A lot of times, well, let's take a look here. Hold on. I don't know if I can see. Oh, I can't see now. Well, yeah. Everybody that won tonight was basic tier levels. All 3 of the people that won tonight had 1 entry and ended up winning it. So I had to look real quick to see if that was right. But yeah, all 3 of them were 1 entry winners. Philip, I'm down with that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've even thought about going to gold for the top, but you only get 1. If I added in the 1/20th ounce of gold, which is something I've thought about doing for obsessed members, you would only have 1 entry. So my odds are, okay, there's only 3 obsessed members. If 1 in 30 hit, then I got to give up gold, and then I got to eat my shorts. However, if 29 of the 30 win, then I just got to give up the ounce of silver. And so that's how I thought about doing it. And I've gotten a little bit of feedback from a couple of the Obsessed members, and they're like, do whatever. It doesn't matter. It only matters if you're the winner. That's when it matters. I can tell you, if I had done that and someone's like, I've been thinking about upgrading my membership, and then all of a sudden let's see, what's that say? Yeah. Yeah, it makes it worth it. If someone's like, I've been thinking about upgrading my membership, and then their name comes up and they only got one, then it would sting a little. Like knowing, oh my gosh, if I had paid that extra $5, I would have won gold. It's just the way it is. I'm on one hand playing the odds too. Just like you, I'm playing the odds. The odds are an Obsessed member probably, it's less likely that I'm going to pick the specific winner, but it is possible. I'm kind of thinking how to word that properly to make sure, it's like, you got 100 numbers. Although when I did that big gold giveaway, this blew my mind. I did a big gold giveaway one time where 1/10 of an ounce of gold on a live stream. This was back when I showed myself. If you got a box, I can't remember if it was Easter or what it was. Somehow, if you donated and you got an egg, you also got a chance to draw out a poker chip out of a bag. All the numbers were shuffled in the bag. I shook them up 1 to 50. I think it was 50. It might have been 30. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was 1 to 30. It was $25. 1 to 30. You call a number. If that number that you say, let's say you say 4, and I draw a poker chip 4, you get anything you want on the table, including the gold. And it was actually New Marshall. He said number 4. I reached in, drew it. He was the second person. So he had 29 poker chips in the bag. He said number 4, and I pulled out number 4. And people were like, what in the world? It was crazy, and it was exciting, and he couldn't believe it. And I honestly couldn't believe it either, because he had a 1 in 29 chance. That means you have a 3% chance that you're going to get a gold coin. For $25, he got, at the time, a $250 gold coin. And then, after that, nobody really, you just took the best prize out. Now everything else is smaller prizes. So it kind of shuts down the game. So I said, you know what? I'm going to replace the 2 prizes that have already been picked, and we're going to reset the whole game. So now I go through 4 or 5 people, and then New Marshall was up again. And New Marshall picks his number. This was where it got really crazy. The game had been reset. All the prizes are there, including gold coin again. He says the number. He says, I think he said like number 8. I reach in the bag and I pull out number 4. And he's like, what? I thought 4 came out. I said, I reset the game. That's why there's gold up there again. He's like, I would have said 4 again because that's my lucky number. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. So that happened, and it was crazy exciting. And I kind of want to do that again, something like that. At the time, though, gold was like $250 for a 1/10 of an ounce gold coin. So automatically, though, if 10 people get in at $25 entries, you essentially paid for your gold to give it away. But I also needed to recoup a little bit extra to pay for the other prizes, which were like silver dollars, Morgans, halves, different stuff. I'd kind of like to do another thing like that. It is an incentive. Oh, absolutely. It is definitely an incentive. And that's what I try to do, is do incentives for people that become members. I mean, I talked to a lot of my friends this weekend and said, this past week, and said, hey, you should consider becoming a member. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, you already know I do this. If you knew me and you didn't know I did this, then I don't want to let you join. I don't even tell you about it. If you don't really know me that I do this, but if you're a friend, I help you out, I'm working with you, then it's well worth it in my opinion. I couldn't believe more of these guys didn't say, yeah, you know what? Here's $2. Here's I don't even know what you can buy for $2. I don't even want to say a bottle of soda anymore because I don't think you can buy a bottle of soda for $2. Well, let me put it this way too. 90 members right now, we'll say. There's actually 88, I think. But we'll just say 90 for easy math. 90 members at $1.99 a piece comes out to $90. I'm sorry, it comes out to, I said that wrong. 90 members at $1.99 a piece comes out to $180. But YouTube takes half of that. So it comes down to $90. Just what you see on the table on the screen in front of you right now, I don't know if you could buy that for $90. You might be able to, but so I'm not gouging making it. I guess I do make a little something because technically some of the people are not $1.99 members, but I also still have to pay the shipping. So some people, I had someone tell me one day it was all a ruckus and I'm just making money off people. I ain't making much, trust me. I do make on the videos. YouTube pays me as people watch the videos. And if, a commercial comes up, if you're Conrad, you probably already watched 18 commercials. If you're anybody else, I don't know. Who knows how many you've watched? Conrad lets me know. But it's definitely a lot of fun. I listen to the advice every morning when I wake up. I have learned a ton from you. And that is awesome. I'm glad that you've learned. I definitely keep stacking. There's a lot of opportunity, I believe, with silver and gold right now. One of the things that I tell people, and some people think I'm messing with them, these are a good opportunity right now. These sets you can pick up on eBay for under spot. For those of you that don't know what's in these, I'm going to put one right here and just show you. That's a silver $half under spot. That's a silver dime under spot. That's $1 for $1. That's a nickel for a nickel. They're still pretty cool. I'm not going to bust it open, but that's that. The silver quarters, it comes out to like, I want to say $5, maybe even a little less than $5. So you're picking these up under spot. They're silver. The pennies, you're picking them up at face value. This is pretty awesome because this is a set of pennies. I'm thinking about busting this set open, but I hadn't decided only because I know there are people out there that would actually buy this penny holder with the pennies in it for a ½ ounce of silver. I've actually had people offer me $20 for it, but at the time I was like, I don't know if I want to bust the set open. They don't want the pennies if the pennies are loose, but these ones are, they're proofs. So these, people like them. Same with this. This is 4 proof dollars. Now, a lot of people don't find as much interest in these because, you don't have the whole set. Unless you got all of them, then it might be cool. I guess you could make the whole set if you got every year because the whole set, I think, is finished now. But there again, excuse me, if you can get this for $4, it's worth it. People don't understand that anytime you can get spot, it doesn't matter. If you're getting silver at spot price, it's a steal. Let's see. I purposely wasn't going to annoy everyone letting you know how many ads came up. But it has been about 18 tonight, and that's what I figured. I was estimating in my head at what pace you said last time, one every 15 minutes. 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes you'd be at 22 ads. Oh no, shoot, I said that wrong. Every 10 minutes you would be at 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 14 if they were every 10 minutes. Yours seems to come up a little more. I don't know. Maybe you're watching the ads trying to help me out. The pennies are made out of copper, not zinc. Oh, really? Are those pennies copper? I thought those pennies were zinc. Those were new pennies. They used the pennies as the first out prize. Yeah, but then I'd have to break the set. I haven't decided if I was going to break the set. I only have one set. So I picked up recently all of these. I'm going to show you. I pick these up all the time. But I pick them up at under spot. These ones don't have the pennies in them. They just have... Well, they have pennies, but they don't have a tray of pennies. Oh, no wonder, actually. No, I take that back. The only reason this one has the pennies is because 1909, I think... I'm sorry, 2009 was like the Westward Journey or something. So it had the pennies in there. That's why. I haven't decided if I was going to break the set. But, yeah, I have wanted to do a first out prize because I always feel bad for the person that gets knocked out first. But I didn't. Oh! No, you want. I was like, wait a minute. Were you first? I just forgot who was first out. I thought it was you for a second. I was like, that name's familiar. What, was you the first one out? No. The first one out, I can't even pronounce the name, but he was in the room tonight, and that's why I kind of felt bad. He just became a member today, the first one out. So that's about it. We're at about 2.5 hours. I'm going to wrap up here. I should have a video go up tomorrow. If you don't see one, don't panic. But depending on what the markets are doing, it'll decide whether or not I have it. If they're going up like crazy, it's definitely got to be a video to talk about it. And you know what I might do? You know what I'm probably going to do? I should put or talk about the same thing I talked about at the beginning of this video, because now I have the ability to edit this video, like cut down the wheel and transition it just to a short video. I may do that, actually. I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to do it to where people could actually listen to the talks. We gave a talk in the beginning that was a good talk about silver, but you know, some people didn't see it. Some people missed it. If anybody got on late, they probably put themselves up to date. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. Well, let's check the silver price real quick. Nah, we're right about where we were. Pretty much flat for the night. Down. It says it's down 24 cents. Okay, so it's down a little bit. I'm not stressing 24 cents. I'd like to see a dollar drop. A dollar drop, I'm definitely making some calls tomorrow and putting in some good orders. And gold, I guess if silver's down 24 cents or 0.74, I'm going to guess gold is down 1.25. I don't know what that will translate to, but basically 1.25%. Nope, I would be wrong. Gold down 26 bucks or 0.8. Usually when gold's going down, silver's going down even harder. But lately we've been seeing some crazy stuff. So 0.8 versus 0.74, they're falling at about the same pace. However, it looks pretty stable up here. It's not really having any big drops, so I'm not entirely worried about it. Would I like to see it come down? Of course. Obviously, you know, I've been picking up a little bit more gold coins here and there. Definitely takes up space. I am running out of space in my boxes, but keep in mind, like I said, I've got safety deposit box. I know some people don't like them, but I've got to protect myself because I'm public. People know what I do. So therefore, I can't keep a lot of stuff at my house. I guess I could worry if I got a big order in and all of a sudden someone was casing my place, maybe, because I do open a lot of stuff online. But, I mean, you'd have to know when I was getting stuff in order to do that. And sometimes just because I open a video today doesn't mean I open a package online today doesn't mean that I actually opened it today. In some cases, I open it before and then I show it in a day or two. Let's see. Oh, finally out of my cousin's basement. Later, bro. Have a good night. Philip, you have a great night, buddy. Hey, what series are you on? What chapter are you on the vampire system? I'm curious. Time to start picking up some more stuff, moving into my own place. Oh, I wish you were near me. If you were near me, I could hook you up with anything you need. I say that only because somebody passed away. I went over there today, and I ended up getting a bunch of stuff. And the guy said, I don't really have a use for any of it. He goes, I'm keeping the 100-year-old china cabinet with the china, and that's it, and a couple other little miscellaneous memories. But I took the microwave. I took some kind of little heater oven. Looks like a toaster oven, I guess. I thought that was kind of cool. Some miscellaneous cookware. But the cookware was like the good old stuff that's microwave safe, oven safe, you know, the heavy duty stuff. They don't put all that poison and stuff in that we know of. Gold silver ratio has been holding pretty tight around 1 to 100. Absolutely. That's a good thing. Like 410. Finally out because, yeah. Let's see. With that being said, We are at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm going to wrap up, go get myself something to eat, and then come back and do today's video for tomorrow morning. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Congratulations to Hillbilly Stacker, John W., and Scott McNeil. Congratulations on that. Pretty cool. I said McNeil, and I was just thinking about Neil. There's a person that actually his name is Neil. In the channel and that watches. We were talking about Neil earlier, and he has a YouTube channel, but I don't know if it's the same guy. Let's see here. So that's about it. One just came up as I was typing. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of good deals on them. You can find them cheap, but you got to find them under spot, in my opinion. Toaster ovens are good. Oh, that's right, the Tostillo pizzas. So I've been eating a lot of egg rolls lately, frozen egg rolls, because they're cheap, little $1.25 TV dinners. Obviously, if I'm putting a lot of money to precious metals right now, but I think it's going to pay off. If you're watching my videos and you don't get the vibe that gold and silver is going to go higher, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's going to. I think this is all temporary noise right now, what we're hearing to beat it down, but let's see. So with that being said, John W., congratulations on the win, and thank you so much for watching tonight. Hope you have a great night. Scott McNeil, congratulations on the win. I hope you have a great night. Philip Lowe, hope you have a great night, buddy. Conrad, hope you have a great night. Thank you for watching them commercials. I do appreciate it. With that being said, if you're in the room watching, so I'm showing 34 viewers, but not seeing that many comments. So if you are watching, you want to get a shout out, you can comment and I'll see your name pop up, but if not, that's okay. We're gonna wrap up anyway. Dim R, I'm not sure how I pronounce that. DEMRI, Dim. I'm just gonna say Dim. I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Spark T, hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. BJ, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great night. Spider, hope you have a great Crazy Spider. Hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. With that being said, I think that's all I'm seeing that's online right now. John W., hope you have a great night. See you, T. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great night, everybody. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll put up a great video tomorrow. And then, like I said, I may go live for the next event probably within a couple weeks. Just because I want to get them out of the way early in the month this time, because I got a bunch going on, and that's good for people because then we get to see another fun event. And who knows? Maybe I'll even break up into 2 events. I might do that, kind of like what I did here, because we've got a couple of really cool prizes still set aside. So we will see how that goes. With that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you guys again tomorrow morning, really. So take care, everybody. Have a great one. Bye-bye.